the audience to please pay attention to what the feedback has already been provided, because since we are doing the evaluation in a short span of time, let us not repeat the same point again and again. Let's try to focus on what the previous person has already mentioned, so that we can focus on other areas which will be more value adding to the speaker. Thank you. Moving on.
Sumita, the layout remains the same?
Yeah. Now this side we'll have areas strengths, and on the right side we are going to have areas of improvement. This is going to reverse. The next speech evaluation for Toastmaster Karthikeyan is going to be done by Toastmaster Sandeep.
I would like to concentrate on the areas of improvements basically. One is in the preparation. I personally did not know this individual whom you are speaking about. So it would have been ideal if you had asked the TMOD to speak about the individual in a short biography. It would have helped me relate to this whole thing much better. The second aspect was in terms of when you went through this various aspects of his life, how did his loss affect you personally or some of the other people? That would have had a tremendous impact, because you were trying to elevate this person and put him in a pedestal. Right? If you are trying to do that, how did that affect you personally would have made a difference. One of the other things that is there in the guidelines is also the impact on history and society. I don't think that was covered. It was more a narrative of his biography that you covered, which you did very well. But the impact that it had on history and society, how did it affect you and some people personally, would have made a great difference.
Thank you very much. Toastmaster Gauri, could you please tell about the areas, the strengths?
No, pass.
Anupama?
Pass. Yes, the way he explained about the person and the accolades which the person has taken has evoked a lot of interest in me now to go back and read about this person, because he's been somebody who has been deaf and dumb and somebody who has helped 6 people come out of whatever hostage situation was there. Amazing narration by Karthikeyan.
Your passion on the stage made us more engaged with the story. It's like we felt like we were also his friends.
I think the way with which you delivered the topic in terms of the enthusiasm you had for that person, it shone through. But like your evaluator mentioned, it could have reflected in the content also.
Now, any other strength somebody wants to add?
No,
No.
straight to it.
Areas of improvement, Madam Toastmaster Revati?
I couldn't hear the few words when he spoke behind the TMOD, so it would be better always to use the mic.
The final
Samir back.
The quoted person, Sudarali, when he was reading it out, it was like very flat, because the person whom he spoke about had a lot of passion and drive, and I would have liked him to have add some emotion to it. It was a very good speech, and that would have really, if it had been delivered with the passion of that person, it would have been even better.
When you are using a power slide for your speeches, it is always prudent to give us the sense that you are in complete control of their part of the speech also. As the speech was going on, probably the PowerPoint presentation was not in the sync, or it went into the disturbance mode, which distracted us a little.
The one I prefer one point is when he's talking about Sudaroli, emotion is the one which is required for this type of speech.
It's being covered.
Improvements. One is the control on the slide. Somewhere along it was not managed well. Number 2, some details of Sudhar Ali in the slide rather than just a photograph. Number 3, some details about his family, his near dear ones, and your voice. It is an obituary. It could have been more soft and much more caring.
What I felt is, as you pointed out, PowerPoint really disturbed. I was looking at what they are doing only, not about you. Second one is the conclusion. We, as Madam Revati pointed out, fast, or it was already in your mind, it was coming out. Can you please tell me what is the last line you said about the gentleman?
Farewell, my friend.
Huh? Last film. But very fast, I was not able to follow it. Do you remember now? Just wanted to-
Thank you very much. Is there anything that somebody would like to add in terms of strength?
No.
I have one, because this is for everybody. When you have something about a different language which you are coming and narrating in front of people, especially the opening which you did, in your place, I'm just giving you a suggestion, I will have an audio being played in that language and then start explaining in Toastmasters language. If you start in that language, probably a lot of people will start thinking, what is he saying? This is not appropriate for Toastmasters. So have an audio and then do it.
Thank you very much. Now we move on to the third evaluation of Toastmaster Nagarajan, who did advanced project speech from speeches by management, annual confrontation, the adversary relationship. Toastmaster Shashi, you could probably take a little more than 1 minute because there are many questions, there are 9 questions, and we will have to ask some questions to the audience. So timers, please note, we'll be taking a little extra time than 1 minute.
Today the speaker has delivered project 5 of the speeches by management. Getting into the whole things, the objective itself, I like, the first objective is understand of the adversary relationship. The content which he has took, it shows that what is it? The point which I would like to tell about it, the definition of the subject, where the audience you have raised, only the media person, who are affected. The person who are affected is one, if you add into it, that relates with it. Then what is the controversy in that? What is the controversy? You are going to give the benefits to the people who are surrounding you. That benefits emphasis would have been more on the speech, would really add. Because you are getting into a relationship is bad. You are trying to come and make it a better, that the benefits are there when you are going to do it. Their insistence, there if you spend time on that, that would have added value to it. Otherwise you have done very well, you understood the subject, you are very well, homework is done very well, you are poised and positive, most of the questions you answered very well. You are not running out of the answer, you are trying to answer everything. And your answers are very clear, straight, positive, concise, specific on that. The benefits is one which, if the benefits would have spent time on it, or there you would have been, the audience would have been better. Thanks.
Okay, one question before we move on. Did the speaker persuade the audience that he or she side has merit? The points that he has mentioned has merit? Yes or no? Yes. Because this is one of the objectives of the speech.
Yep.
Yes. Moving on, we will have the strengths on the right side and the areas of improvement on the left. We can start with Toastmaster.
For a person who is known to be humorous, it came as a surprise to see him not cracking a single joke. So capturing in
Strength,
controlling
please.
the confrontation part, as well as ensuring that the audience takes his message seriously.
Yeah, a lot of conviction in your speech. Elocution, very, very eloquent and very clear. You would understand your point very clearly.
Mr. Jesh?
Yes, you gave us the sense that you are the answer for everything, even for the questions that are not available. So you gave that type of confusion and all.
Samir.
I like the way you managed the Q&A sessions because people were throwing question after question, but you didn't let that hassle you. And you made it look like you are very confident and you know what you're doing.
I actually thought he was from the RT. I hadn't asked him and he said no, he just did 2-3 days before he had gone to the municipality and asked some questions. They were not very forthcoming, but still he managed to answer much better than they did, I guess.
I like the dressing for the occasion to show that he is from Sharjah, the way in which they also dress without caring how they look. That is how I like.
Okay, now we move on to the area of improvement. Toastmaster Sujit.
I just felt that, maybe I might be wrong, but surely my opinion, I felt if he could have chosen a topic which would be easier for the common Toastmaster to understand. Because I am personally not from Sharjah, I don't drive a car, I don't understand parking at all. If you had chosen something which was closer to all of our hearts, very simple to understand. you would have got more hostile adversarial questions. This was more like a love-making session. They were very much in love with you. They didn't ask you any dangerous questions at all. Hardly one or two questions they asked, which put you off topic. It was like a table topic. I could see your face change. You were trying to improvise on the spot. Good attempt. But had you chosen an easier topic for us to digest, you would have got really grilled today, and that would have been the best experience in the world. So, point of improvement is try the same project with an easier, more understandable topic. And if you really want to have improvement, inform us about the topic well in advance. So we will come prepared with all dangerous questions.
Linking the previous comment, there was one question in which you had to improvise, but later to the audience, they had to point you that this fact is not correct. So maybe instead of trying to come up with an answer that you could have said honestly, maybe even as a government official, that I don't have many details on that subject. So answering truthfully might have been better than trying to improvise to avoid that some people might know the truth.
Since this was a speech by management, you should have actually used the PowerPoint more to put up the proposal rather than just pictures of crowded parking places. Now that would have been more effective in terms of presenting the case and then answering the questions.
There's one aspect as far as Q&A sessions go, especially from when you are presenting a topic which is controversial. The control should be with you. Because you threw open, okay, everybody asked questions. You were fortunate that you had a friendly crowd. So the technique that can be used is to have suggestive questions. You say something and then you say, okay, you may have a doubt on this and let me answer this question.